Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So SMU's offense will have the ball first. On the move, it's Galladay. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Nice job to get it past the sticks and then get him down at the 35. And the Mustangs want to crank the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Steps away. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Grabbed behind the line. It's Galladay. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
3rd down, defense is thinking pass, so those defensive ends rushing up the field, that plays perfectly into the running back screen. Great play call at the right time.
The Mustangs have their offense in high gear. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Here's the handoff. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
They'll leave it with him. Fighting off the defender. Strong run there to pick up 4 and get it out to the 7. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Looking to pass. It's Brooks. Plucks it out of the air. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23. Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have it.
Catch in the middle. It's West. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Quickly out to the tight end. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a crease. It's Williamson. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That's caught. It's Williamson. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Syracuse will be forced to punt. They'll have to boot it away for the 1st time tonight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, 1st downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Caught in the backfield. It's Galladay. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
So you get stuffed on 1st down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on 2nd, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in here.
The Mustangs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Nice move to keep running. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. And the Mustangs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, SMU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Using his legs, it's Williamson. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The give from the gun. At the 35, he's got room. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, you got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. He's forced out of bounds just short of the goal line, a mere yard away from Pater.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mustangs!
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down.
And the ball is loose on the return. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Brooks. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, SMU! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Man, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
He'll bring it out. It's Duarte. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Got it in the middle. It's Bohannon. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Looking to throw, it's Brooks. Fires to the middle. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Another incompletion on third down. The Orange will have to punt. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man on the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. On the move. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They're sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
On the ground, it's Galladay. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Galladay. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
The Mustangs will try to move the sticks on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. Still running at the 35. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Galladay. Gets away from one. Finds some space. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll run it from the gun. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. To the air, it's Brooks. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The screen always seems so easy until you find all of that traffic right in front, Jesse.
Yeah, and we see so many screens in college football these days. The ball getting spit out quickly. I think more and more defenses, Reese, today are just expecting it. They're practicing against it all week leading up to games. You can tell this defense well-versed right now on how to stop.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Makes a move. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gonna run it. It's Galladay. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Galladay. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Makes the grab. He was able to pick up a few, but not quite enough for the 1st down. It'll be 4th down at the 41. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. He's going to take off. Breaks into the open. And he'll slide after picking up the 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. It's complete on the right side. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The snap sets up to throw. Touchdown, SMU! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Syracuse, 0.
On the move from inside his 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Dallas.
The Mustangs will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Duarte. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time they had it, a thing of beauty. Did whatever they want, run, pass, and wound up in the end zone. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Trying to keep the drive alive. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, I like getting field goals and putting points on the board, but not when it's 4th and short, man. I'm going to trust my unit. He trusts his guys, and they come through for him. They're trying to get 6 on this possession and now set up with 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Mustangs! And they take it in for 6 more points. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit on them so bad, you start to put the backups in, and all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good. And the other side, well, they're just taking it right to the face.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Looking to throw, it's Brooks. Fires to the middle. Complete to the right. And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense got it. They're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. From the shotgun, the inside give. Got the first down and more. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his... to that defender on the way.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Mustangs are flying down the field. From the gun, looking to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Brooks. Makes the grab. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Bohannon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Past the 30. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle, it's Vaughn. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Back to throw, it's Brooks. Firing to the right, complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
It's complete to the left. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Going for 6. Touchdown, Syracuse. Quick strike through the air for the score. The #1 rule for any offense. Gentlemen, protect your quarterback. When you do, good things happen.
And the #1 rule for a defense is to affect the quarterback, or bad things happen to you. Didn't affect the quarterback, too much time, too clean. You're supposed to frazzle them. You're supposed to find a way to make them feel uncomfortable so they don't have time, so they rush their thought process. That wasn't it.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Not a lot of room. It found its way ahead for 2 out to the 26. The Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down and run. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking to throw, it's Allen. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
The Mustangs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Got his man. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The give to the tailback. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5. The carry. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mustangs really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And this offense does it again on third down. They have been so elite on third down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
The Mustangs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Leaves it with the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
And the Mustangs have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll go to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mustangs! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release by the QB. There he goes. Smashes through the tackle. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Orange, after the explosive play, might go right back to the ground. Leaves it with the back. Makes one man miss. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Syracuse might take a shot here on 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
He's taking the shot. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. Sometimes you're just too open. The Orange will have to punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Here on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Allen. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The Mustangs will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Gonna run it. It's Kirk. Runs through a tackle. And he fights his way forward. Gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. He'll pull it on the read. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And here comes the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And it'll be downed right there.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down